I am building a few rank and rank Google sites without GMBs. Verification is something I don't want to deal with since there is no real business until site is rented. When the GSites go live, okay, so he's using Google Sites. Typically, they debut from page 2 to 6 without much more than on-page and YouTube embeds. Should I wait to see if the site sandbox before sending links to push them? Not with GSites, and I mean Marco can comment on this too, but in my opinion, no. And I've not seen a GSite sandbox. What I've seen GSites do a lot is they'll sometimes take a while to index. Or once they index, they might kind of drop out of the index briefly. But if you're adding them to Search Console, they should come back, or not should, they will come back. And they typically come back, even if you don't do anything else. I just did a brief update video in the mastermind just yesterday, actually, about my real estate business. I started a blog for that, which was really just to kind of use originally as a teaching point for our mastermind members on how to build location silos using tags. And I'm not going to get into that here, but I was using that as kind of a demonstration, this blog that I set up for my real estate business. And all I've done was two posts, two posts that were optimized and interlinked correctly. And then I mirrored that onto a GSite and then just embedded the post or the tag archive page into the GSite page that was mirrored, right? Theme mirroring, that's what we continue to talk about. And I've done no link building to the GSite, no link building or anything to the blog itself. And I'm already ranked #1 and #2 position. #1 for the blog post itself on my blog, and #2 for the GSite page that is nothing but an embedded blog post. Does that make sense? So it's incredibly powerful. And it took about, I don't know, 4 weeks before that happened. And I haven't done any sort of external work to it. It just took 4 weeks, but within 4 weeks it jumped, and it's now ranking #1 and #2. And the second blog post is #1. The blog post, there was 2 of them. The second one is actually ranked #1 organic for the blog post itself, and now the GSite is in the #3 position for that corresponding page. So it's crazy, but I've seen the GSites, well, it'll take a while to index, but then when they do, like you said, it'll come from page 2 to 6 somewhere. Then sometimes they'll drop for a while, and then even if you do nothing else, they'll come back. But what I would recommend doing is go ahead and hit it with links. Marco, what do you say?
You know me. I hit it with a couple of million links. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's gonna rank because I tell it to rank. Right? No, it's just the power. It's your SEO shield, man. Why wouldn't you hit it if we know that it's gonna transfer whatever you do to it to good things? We ran that million link GSA test where we threw porn at it. I think Robbie got Fiverr gigs for it. Press releases and link building. It just link building after link building. It just kept getting hammered and hammered. It'll dance like crazy. But unlike your money site, if you were to hit it that way, which will sandbox, and it will sandbox permanently, GSites for some reason, and Google love is my theory that we've shown it time and again that Google loves itself, but it's still, we can't say for sure because we're not Google and Google won't tell us, but it's that relationship, it's being in that Google ecosystem and having Google protection that allows us to do this. Now, I'm not saying go hire a 10 million Fiverr link gig and hit it, because if you get the tiered link building package the way that Dedia does it through Web 2.0 contextuals, it's going to work that much better than just links that aren't relevant and they're not from trusted and authoritative sources. Dedia has an awesome link network that he's been taking care of for years, and it's building into the millions. And they're all, they're niched. They're niche specific. They're themed. They're aged. And then when you get his indexing gig, since he uses multiple indexing services, it'll all index over time. Not all of it, but 50 to 60% of your links will index, and that's going to help index what your GSite, your whatever is inside the drive stack, and everything else that's connected to your drive stack and GSite will benefit from that. And if you want to make your GSite the money site, that's perfectly fine, because that's all we did for that million link test.
Yeah. Yeah, kitchen sink spam. That's what I'm saying with the SEO shield, guys. It's incredible. And the GSite will take that shit now. And when I say kitchen sink spam, though, as Marco just said, again, we're going to recommend Deddy a link building from MGYB, our own store, because all of the link building packages that he's built and the embed packages have been specifically designed to work with our methods, and it has been for years. Deddy's been working with me since I think 2012 or 13. So we're talking about 6 years that he's been working with me at least. And so he's developed all these things to work with our methods. So it's incredibly powerful. That's what I would recommend.
Daddy is in all our groups. He's in our YS
All of
Academy.
it.
He's in the mastermind. He's in the free face. He's intimately involved with all of our stuff. He's very knowledgeable with all of our stuff. He follows our training and applies it to his own clients and to his own project. And so with him being so hands-on with everything that we do, I would not rely on anybody else for the link building, because they don't know our stuff the way that Dedia knows it, and the way that I've asked him to set up link building, right? And the process that's involved in his link building. It's specifically designed for this SEO shield, and to launder link juice and to push it through to your destination, or to keep it within that DriveStack plus GSite ecosystem.
Yeah. Second question: will adding a custom domain to a GSite do anything?
Sorry, Bradley, but also, who else would name himself spammer on a go-kart, field? Like, think about that, right? The guy really takes it seriously. So
that's right. When we were at our live event, he named him, his racer name was Spammer.